Hello and welcome to this video about misconceptions about breastfeeding. My name is Karina de Vries and I'm a lactation consultant and a dietitian. I have been working in a hospital in the maternity ward for quite some time, and I've picked up some issues that mommies experience with their firstborns or even the second child, because no two children are alike and no two breastfeeding journeys are alike. So usually moms perceive a lack of breast milk. They don't know that in the first 3 days of a baby's life, the breast milk is little in volume and it's thick and it's sticky. So mommies try and express or just press their nipple like this, and then they think nothing is coming out because nothing is coming out. They do not think about the colostrum. No one really tells them about the colostrum, which, like I mentioned, is thick and sticky. So it doesn't come flowing out as when the mature milk comes in. Colostrum is usually there for the first 3 days, and then it transitions to the mature milk, which comes in volume. Remember, when a baby is born, the baby's stomach is very small, so baby does not need liters of milk. So remember, you do not have a lack of milk. You just need to put baby onto the breast regularly so that baby's stomach can be filled regularly. Because the stomach is small, it gets emptied very easily, so regular breastfeeding is needed. As long as baby is not fussing and calm after a feed, you do not have to worry about thinking that you do not have enough breast milk. Another misconception that mommies have is that their breasts need to feel full in order for the breast to produce milk. Remember, breast sizes differ from mom to mom. So I like to think of it that if you look at the breast, there are ducts running from the back to the front. Now, the larger your breasts are, the longer the ducts are, meaning there's a little bit more storage capacity compared to a smaller breast. So storage does not equate to milk production, because remember, breast milk is being made continuously. So if it doesn't feel full, that is okay. But on the 3rd or 4th day after birth, your breast will start to feel full because the mature milk is starting to come in volume. So then your body doesn't know how much breast milk to produce because it doesn't know how much baby needs. So as you continue in your breastfeeding journey, your body will start to adapt to the amount of breast milk that the baby needs and how much it needs to make for baby. So do not worry about your breast not being full. That is not an indicator of your breast milk supply. Just remember, put baby onto the breast regularly so the baby can empty the breast and just stimulate the milk production. As long as baby is not fussy and calm after a feed with ample wet nappies and poo nappies, you don't have to worry. When breastfeeding on demand, you do not have to worry about how much milk volume baby is receiving. Remember, if we're not expressing, we do not really know how much baby is getting. But your baby is the master of their hunger and their fullness. So when they are hungry, they will ask for a feed. And if they're not, they will stop. So you do not have to be concerned about, oh, baby is not drinking enough. Remember, you're not hungry every single day at the exact time, the exact amount of hunger, just like your baby. This whole thing about milk volume and being fed every 3 hours, same amount of milk, came from when formula was introduced on the market. So with a breastfed baby, just go on baby's cues of hunger and you'll be fine. Remember, you don't have to see the milk transferring from your breast to baby. You just need to know that baby is sucking properly and baby is satisfied after a feed. I am reiterating the satisfaction after a feed. That's just because it's very important, because that indicates that baby has had enough, along with a few other signs which will not be discussed in this video. You do not have to put a time limit to a breastfeed. Remember, as we mentioned before, babies have different hunger at different times of the day. And they might just be wanting to snack, or they might have fed for half an hour in the early stages of breastfeeding, and now a baby, after half an hour, wants to have a feed again, and then you think, oh, he didn't get enough milk. But that is fine. Baby just might have felt peckish. But also remember, babies don't just breastfeed for hunger, they breastfeed for love, they breastfeed for comfort. So just remember, if a baby wants to feed immediately after another feed, yes, there might be a few things that we can consider, but in majority of times, you don't have to time a feed because a baby might just want to snack or want a full meal. Within the first few days of a baby's life, it is normal for baby to lose a bit of weight. That's just because baby is open to this new world, because in the womb, baby was in the amniotic fluid moving around, and no energy had to be exerted to move around and also to regulate their temperature. Therefore, weight loss is bound to happen. As long as baby has picked up the weight of and come back to their birth weight within 2 weeks, then you do not have to worry. You just need to start worrying if the baby has not picked up that weight, then you will need to reach out to someone for help. So rest assured, baby will lose a bit of weight, and that is normal. Many times mommies think that when a baby's crying, baby's hungry. Yes, that is true, but babies can also cry for different reasons. But in this instance, just remember that you need to look for hunger cues in a baby before a baby starts crying because of hunger. If a baby cries because of hunger, the baby is in distress. The baby is very hungry, and now you first have to calm baby before putting baby onto the breast. So please look out for hunger cues before baby reaches the point of crying, because then a distressed baby is a very, very hungry baby, and it's very difficult to settle a baby once in distress. A baby will feed frequently in the first few weeks after birth. That is because baby's stomach is so small and only needs a little bit at a time. Breast milk is also absorbed so effectively and much quicker than formula, so you don't have to stress, although I know it's very tiresome to breastfeed so regularly, but 8 to 12 times a day is normal. I know during the evening sometimes they feed more, or babies will cluster feed during growth spurts. That is okay, do not stress. It doesn't mean you have an insufficient milk supply. Yes, if baby is fussy after a feed or not having enough wet nappies or poo nappies, then you might consider reaching out to a lactation consultant. But generally speaking, baby will feed regularly in the first few weeks. But do not stress. As long as baby is settled after a feed, you will be okay. And baby as well, as long as baby also picking up weight and growing in length.